What's up guys, last Spartan here, coming at you from the forest surrounding my home, okay? We're going to be doing much more outside fitness-based activities, and today's discussion is going to be end of the world fitness. Are you prepared for the end of the world? Are you fit enough for the end of the world? Would you survive? Let me know down in the comments guys, do you think you would survive? And what are the first things you would do, the first two things I'll say, that you would do to be more survivable? Okay, the first things you would do come a cataclysmic event, collapse of a government, tsunami, asteroid impact, who knows, whatever it is that you need to get out of Dodge, what are the first two things that you would do, and do you think you would even survive? Okay, in my opinion guys, most of you would not survive, I'm afraid. Literally 98% of you would not survive. Okay, I know a lot of strong people, okay, they would be buggered. Okay, I know a lot of powerlifting strongman people, and it's cool what they do and all that. Okay, I love it myself. I'm a big proponent of strongman training. Okay, but in my opinion, they would not survive at all. Okay, the athletes out there, like the CrossFitters, for instance, people laugh at them, but they would be so much more survivable than other people. Okay, endurance athletes. Okay, ultra runners. Okay, they would have the best chance of surviving out here. Okay, it's good to have a base level of strength, okay, which is squats, press ups, zercher lifts, zercher carries, okay, stone carries, that sort of thing, where that's where strongman would come out on top, obviously. But for instance, what the natty guys are going to win out here, guys, right? Everyone looks down on the natties like they're better. The natties have their arguments with the geared steroid guys, alright? I've been there, I've done that, guys, and I'm bored of the same argument. But the natty guys would win in this situation, guys, because as soon as their injectables run out, these guys on gear, as soon as they're off their cycles, they're buggered. I know so many people have come off their cycles because they've gotten sick or whatnot, and they've lost all their strength and all their size. These are world-class athletes, I know, guys, right? And they've lost all their strength and size. It's not good. It's not good, guys, alright? They just would not survive at the end of the day, just due to that. Okay, they've got no cardio. They can move in one range of motion, one plane of motion, one direction, up and down, and it's not functional. I'm a big proponent of functional fitness. Okay, like my good friend Eric Bugenhagen. Okay, he's geared in my opinion. Okay, but he's not said it. He's not said that, but he outweighs me by about 50 pounds. Okay, but I've matched his lifts, to the number on my channel. Okay, guys, you go look at his lifts, go look at my lifts. Okay, I actually hold the Arthur lift world record, guys. Okay, I matched Eric Bugenhagen doing it. Okay, and that's why I can boast a zercher lift from the floor, guys. Okay, at a 75 kilo body weight. Okay, it's not official, but I know I've got the record. Okay, I've got that on footage. Okay, if people want to bullshit me with that, right? So things like that, very important. Being able to lift in an odd way, in a strange range of motion. Okay, like a Jefferson lift or an Arthur lift. Not that you'd ever need to use an Arthur lift out in the wild. Shimmying things up behind your back onto your back and squatting it, but it's things like that make your spine resilient, make your core resilient, things that are going to make you more resilient. Endurance base, okay, is obviously important as well. So tabbing out to a location like this in the forest, okay, requires a lot of endurance and a lot of cardio, guys, which a lot of people don't have. Okay, so my endurance-based athlete friends are gonna love this video because I know you guys are gonna do really well out there. Okay, so the first thing I suggest you do is get your cardio up. Okay, second would be strength, and then when you get out here, you need to find a good spot to hunker down. Okay, you want at least visibility possible to be survivable, guys. Okay, you don't want people finding you. No, you don't want people finding you at all. You want to find a good spot, get good and camouflaged, hunker down, clear that area. Okay, like there's a good clearing here, guys, but I'm not going to utilize this because I want to use possibly some of that space back there. I'm going to get right in between, if we can see this, these trees here. Okay, I think we're going to go in there somewhere. and we're going to hunker down. Okay, the trees look good and stable, and they don't look like they're going to fall on my head at the moment. Okay, we've got loads of dead wood everywhere, guys. I can use it for firewood. Okay, I'm not big on chopping trees down, guys. Okay, especially these lovely pine trees here and the birch trees surrounding us. Okay, I'm not a big proponent of cutting anything down. Okay, and to add to that, not a lot of people are going to have an axe handy, okay, in a survival situation, okay, which is why I bring a saw, okay, really cheap, bear with me while I get it out, a really cheap foldable saw. So yeah, cheap foldable saw, guys, okay, super basic, super cheap, like I said. Shove that in my pocket right now, actually, because we are about to go find some wood. Okay, so you want something basic like that to start chopping up, cutting up any dead wood that you find. Okay, dead wood is often best because it turns into punk wood at the end of the day. Dry it out, and it's really good to start fires with. Okay, and that leads on to the next thing. Fire and food are your next essentials, right? You can always get warm. Okay, guys, if you've got you've got the right clothing on before you leave. Okay, you've packed a few essential bits of clothing. Bear with me as I pack this bag. Okay, and so fire is going to be the next issue for you guys. Okay, it's going to give you your source of heat and a good way to cook some food should you need it. Okay, a small stealth fire that you've dug into the ground possibly. Okay, so bring some small bits of tinder. So toilet roll could be used, for instance. Okay, it's really basic stuff. Toilet roll, candles are great for lighting fires. Okay, get some of those little small round candles, okay, that you can buy like stupidly cheap from Lidl's or wherever, and you can just use those as a source of light even. Okay, basic stuff. A tin that you can cook your food in. Okay, some wire and rope that you can hang stuff from so it doesn't get wet. Okay, these are really basic, simple things, guys. Okay, they're going to help you. Okay, but that is for another video, guys. We're talking end of the world fitness today. So I'm going to find a space, clear it out, hunker down, and I'll catch up with you guys later on. And let me know down in the comments, like I said before, what do you think you would do? The first two things, would you even survive? Right, I'm really interested to hear people's thoughts on this. Okay, Spartans, so first thing done, we've cleared out space. We've got our canvas tent up. This canvas is fantastic for rain cover. By the way, if you don't have that, a basic tarp like this is going to do you. Okay, tiny, easy to pack away. Okay, you can find them relatively cheap. Okay, for easily accessible to most people. If not, go purchase one of these. This is a surplus military tent. You gotta love surplus. Smells of surplus. Yeah. I love surplus. And we've got a nice bit of room in here. Okay, so, oh yeah, look at that. Loads of room here. This is actually a two-man tent. This is two rain covers. I patched them into one. Okay, it's a Hungarian version from the Hungarian military. I can put my gear in here. I can sleep in here. I can have a fire just out the front there. Okay, we're going to keep this flap open. Okay, we can close it in the event of rain, which it is due to later. So I'm actually excited about that. Strange, right? People excited about rain, but yes, I'm excited about rain. I want to test this thing out. It does have a small gap in the top there that will be interesting. So hopefully we can keep that shut. We'll see, but I can keep my gear in here outside, inside away from the rain, so that is good. So this requires cardio. Okay, you need to get in, get set up really quick, really fast, nice and sharp, nice and quick. All right, aim of the game, speed, guys. So, and what do we need for speed? Cardio. So that being said, we now need wood. Okay, so it is about 4 o'clock now, so I've got about 2 hours of light, which gives me plenty of time to go collect all the dead wood that's lying around here thanks to the forest workers who've been felling trees recently. Okay, so if you know your surrounding area, you know your locations, you know where people work and what they do, like I do for instance, I know I can come in here and find dead wood in the immediate vicinity any time of the year, because they're always felling trees, and these trees are always falling down, okay, in this particular forest here. So that being said, oh, another thing, guys, keep the bag up off the floor, okay? You don't want nasty critters getting in there. You don't want it getting wet on the ground, okay? This doesn't look like it, but it has rained recently, guys. This floor is wet, so I've tied it up to a tree and it's off the floor, okay? We have another separate tarp, which I'm going to use as a ground floor in the tent there, okay? But for now, the first job is going to be collecting firewood, and to help me to that end, I have a bag, okay? So I have a nice easy carry bag here, okay? Nice and big, okay? That's what I use for my wood at home, okay? For all the briquettes of, you know, mashed up sawdust and whatnot that I've compacted up and brought home. Okay, that is for the fireplace, so I've brought this. Okay, odd lifts, guys, okay? This is where odd lifts tie into these sort of things, okay? I'm gonna have to lug all the wood back in this, okay? So I can front carry it, okay? Front load it like a zercher, put it over the shoulder, put it on my back like a squat, okay? Base levels of strength, guys, okay? End of the world fitness. Right, so, okay guys, so we have collected our firewood. Took me roughly 45 minutes to collect a good amount. We have a bag full of dry stuff there. Well, it's gonna dry. Some of it's still wet, obviously. And we have all of our main bulk of wood out here. I don't need too much. So we've got a small pile to get the fire going, and we're gonna put the slightly bigger ones on, and then we'll put the big ones on. Okay, I have a stool over there if I need it. If you guys can see that. Stump of a tree, okay. And if it rains, I am good and sheltered. I hope. We shall see. I may need to tape this up. Yes, I have some tape on me somewhere, and that will come in handy should I need to patch this up. Hopefully the rain's not going to get in here. It's just going to run off, not get through the holes, but we'll see. We should be good. We should be good. Canvas, rain's just going to run right off it. It's fantastic for it. Can't go wrong with surplus gear, guys. So I'm going to show you my gear, okay? Essential survival gear, okay? It's going to help you stay fit and healthy, okay? So we're going to be talking about basic fitness again, and diet, obviously, okay? Key component to surviving is diet. And as a nutritionist, okay, and a coach, I can tell you diet is of the utmost importance. So for me today, because I'm feeling cheeky, I got some corn bars. Yeah, these are just a nice little treat. My wife bought them for me yesterday, bless her. She's always thinking of me. Oh, big news, by the way, guys. We are expecting our second one. Second one on the way in September. So we've got another mini-me coming, okay? And I can't wait to get them out camping with me, teaching them the ways, how to have some testicular fortitude on this planet. So, like I said, I'm going to show you my gear, okay? So basic survival gear, guys. Lube. You ain't getting far if you're chafing, guys. Okay? Cardio, okay? You can have all the cardio in the world. If you're chafing, you ain't going anywhere. Alright, so make sure you have some talc or some lube to, you know, get in all the good places, alright? Money, okay? I have a small stack of money here. If the shit hits the fan, I got a little bit of change. I can go get some noodles, go get some corn bars or something, okay, to survive off of. I can barter with it if it comes down to that Fallout style bartering for stuff, right? Pink lighter, essential. It must be pink. Okay, okay. I don't care what you say, guys. Okay, you need a lighter. Okay, you can be as traditional as you like. Okay, but at the end of the day, these are more reliable. They're gonna get you out of a sticky situation if you're out in the cold, wet, snow, whatever, guys. This is gonna help you more than a bow drill will. Okay, guys. Sure, you can get a fire started with a bow drill. Okay, but it requires an actual skill set to do that. Okay, which nobody on the planet has, basically, okay, the general population. So get yourself a big lighter, something like this maybe, okay, and you're good to go. Matches, okay, not many in here actually. So, okay, great for starting a fire with. Duct tape, okay, black tape, grey tape, either kind will do, okay. You just rip a strip off about the length of your arm, something like that, roll it up into a tiny bit like this, okay, set it on fire, and it burns for ages, okay. Yeah, it's not good for the environment maybe, guys, but if you're in a sticky situation, all right, and this is easy to pack, all right, and literally everybody has duct tape lying around at home, this is going to be awesome, okay, to start a fire with if you need to get outside in a pinch and get a fire going once you're hunkered down, okay. I myself carry lots of tinder with me, super dry tinder. Candles in here as well. These are the candles, okay, I was talking about earlier. I got some fire starter here, okay. I've got shavings here I've taken from wood at home, okay. Always have something dry that you can take. Batteries for a light source here, okay. I'm going to hang this up here for one of his straps here, okay. So I've got some good light when I want to read, and we got a rod here, a ferro rod, okay. It's going to help you start a fire, okay. You're going to scrape this off, okay. It's highly flammable, okay. Now you're going to set a spark with it, with the knife that I showed you earlier, guys, okay. Little pocket knife, yeah, fold the knife, boom, straight onto it, and it's going to set straight on fire onto some dry tinder, okay. So you scrape that off onto your tinder, you know, get the spark, and off you go. You're good to go. Okay, other bits of food, guys. Food I might suggest for you guys is going to give you more bang for your buck and longevity is obviously tin stuff, guys, okay. Every end of the world, dude, knows you need canned goods to survive, okay, because they don't really expire for a long time. So I've got beans here, okay. I took the paper off because I'm not going to set them on fire when I cook them, alright. So beans, packed full of fibre, okay, vitamins, minerals, and protein and carbs, guys. This is great, okay, and it tastes awesome. Who doesn't like beans, right? You have to be weird to not like beans, guys. Don't tell me you're one of those weird ones that doesn't like beans, eh? So I myself got 2 of those, okay, 2 of those. One for once I've got the fire going and the dark starts to set in. And then another one for in the morning for brekkie. We're getting up super early because the wife is actually off teaching a client. So I am actually going to be going home stupid early, like 5 o'clock, half 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll see. So yeah, something like this, some canned fruits are good, you know, mangoes, that sort of thing. You know, anything canned like that is great, okay. Beans are in particular could be fantastic all around nutritional source, okay. Noodles, great for carbs, carbing up, that sort of thing. If you need a good you know, carbohydrate boost, they are crammed full of carbs and sodium, so it's gonna really pump you full of energy when you need it, guys, all right. And they're super cheap, super expensive, easily transportable, okay, in a bag, all right. Just a pack of noodles, guys, like the cheapest food you can buy out there, okay. Other things are going to be things like cheese, but it's fairly perishable, okay. You want to try and get more fat in your diet if you can. So that being said, olive oil is another great survival tool, okay. This is actually olive oil here, okay, guys. Olive oil is fantastic for an energy source, okay. So I highly suggest you go out, get it in a container, you know. And sorry, I thought I heard shuffling around outside there. So I highly suggest you go get it in a container, or you can just even take it in the bottle as it is. Just make sure it doesn't explode everywhere. You don't want olive oil all over your gear, obviously. Okay, and you can just take a couple tablespoons of that a day if you're out in the wild and you're really struggling and you need to survive, okay. Fat is the best energy source out there that the human body can utilize, guys, all right. So highly suggest you start trying to adapt to fats a little bit more, okay. I've covered this in previous videos about how the body survives on fat so much better than carbohydrates, okay, as an energy source, and how it's so much more efficiently used, okay. So if you haven't seen those, I'll try and link them. If not, just go scroll through my videos. It's there somewhere, guys. All right. Obviously, we have a sleeping bag, which I'm resting on. Okay. And obviously, keeping warm is an issue. You want to keep your body temperature up. Okay. So we have a hat. We have gloves. You know, we have coffee in the tin here. Always gotta have coffee. But come end of the world, guys. Okay, you're gonna run out of coffee pretty quick. So, coffee is not essential. Coffee is just a luxury. Okay. So that is it, guys. That is my gear. It's super basic, super simple. Okay, highly nutritious. Okay, basic food that's easily transportable for the end of the world. Okay, that's gonna help you keep some of your gains. Huh? And help you keep your fitness levels up, keep your energy levels topped off for more, you know, going out and finding wood, for instance, going out, possibly hunting animals, you know, where, depending on what part of the world you live. I saw some absolutely fat hares earlier, guys. They were massive. They were actually massive. I swear they would have come up to my kneecaps. They were that big. That's how big they were around here, I swear. I only caught a glimpse of them, but they were huge. Okay, so for instance, you know, setting traps like that, going out hunting for things like that come the end of the world, when you run out of all the, you know, luxuries, the things that you take for granted nowadays. Luxury, guys, right? Start trying to be a bit more Spartan about the way you live, okay? That's what I'm going to have to say about that. I'll talk more on that in the next section of the video, though. For now, I'm going to get some chow, probably get the fire going, and we'll see. I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, guys, so it's the next day after a little camping adventure. I did that as an experiment for you guys to show you the physical requirements that you might need, essentially, to go and survive out in the wild should a end of the world event occur, a cataclysmic event, apocalyptic event. Okay, guys, so I showed you, you know, you'd have to tab out, you'd have to walk out somewhere, possibly run out somewhere with a lot of gear on your back, possibly. If you could manage that, that is the ideal situation. If you can take a gear with you, okay, and a lot of it, and get a good distance away from wherever you need to get away from, should you need to get away. Okay, so carrying more than your own body weight is obviously going to be a really good base thing to have as a level of fitness. Okay, a good base of strength and endurance. Okay, carrying wood around your encampment, or carrying it to your encampment in order to create heat sources for, you know, fires, etc., etc. So that's going to require odd lifting, obviously. So what I'm going to cover now is some types of exercises that you could do to prepare yourself, essentially, to be more prepared to tackle these sorts of problems head on, should they occur. And you won't even have to think about it. You just have that. You'll have that skill set there within you guys. Okay. So exercises I suggest are going to be, obviously, Zerches on this channel. Hi, buddy.
Daddy.
You're not down now.
Come on.
Oh, in a minute. Daddy make a video. Yeah? Hi.
Oh.
Little mini-me's gonna make a video with me. So Zerches, obviously. Okay, from the floor ideally. Okay, jeffs and deadlifts. Okay, absolutely fantastic. One of the best odd lifts, okay? Those are the two best odd lifts in my opinion, guys, okay? Zercher carries, okay?
Hey, Hashi.
Front loaded carries, guys.
Hashi.
Yo, you sit there then, buddy. He's gonna join the conversation here. Yeah, so front loaded carries, okay? Zercher style, boom, okay? That's why I practice. I've got videos on my channel, videos on my Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok. Yes, I am on TikTok, guys. I'm sad to say. I succumbed and I joined TikTok. Yeah, bleh. Bleh. Yeah, we got another one like this on the way, guys. Oh yeah. So front loaded carries. Yeah. I was. How long ago was it? A few months back. I posted a video up, me doing 140 kilo Zercher carries in the garage because I couldn't do it anywhere else. But I was just doing runs in the garage with that amount of weight. Okay, buddy. Shush now. So things like that, Jeffersons, Zercher carries, Shoulder carries, obviously, they're going to be fantastic. So if you have a medicine ball, then at the stone training is going to be fantastic transitional training for this sort of thing. If you have any stones outside that you can use, just natural stones. I've got 3 massive natural stones in my garage that I use on a regular basis at the moment, just for repetition work, just off the floor, straight up to the shoulder. Things like that going to transition really well over to survivability out in the wild, guys. Okay. As for endurance training, I would suggest getting a weighted vest of some sort and taking that on runs or walks. Okay, really long runs or walks. All right. Walking is probably better and less damaging to your joints, etc. Obviously, the running will be so, and it's going to be more realistic as to tabbing out to a location, walking out to a location. So these sorts of things, just a 15 pound, 12 kilo weighted vest will do the job. Okay, to simulate. Okay, you can carry backpacks around with you. Doing things like squats with backpack on your back with a weighted vest. Okay, high repetition, guys, till failure. Okay, till muscular failure. Any body weight exercise should be taken to muscular failure, guys. Okay, because that way you're going to recruit every single muscle that's needed within that exercise, and you can utilize all your slow twitch and your fast twitch muscle fibers, guys. Okay, it's endurance, obviously, going to failure with body weight stuff. But once you reach that failure, guys, your fast twitch muscle fibers and your slow twitch muscle fibers are all being utilized because your body has to do it. Okay, it has to utilize those to actually go to full failure beyond 100%. Okay, and that's going to help create the necessary muscle growth and adaptations that you need to be effective within those exercises. Okay, and those exercises then are going to translate over and transition really well to the outside world. Okay, where you need to utilize these things such as squatting, picking up heavy stuff. Okay, off the floor, the Zercher style, Jefferson style. Okay, up to the shoulder, stone style. Okay, so any relatively heavy stones, medicine balls, things like that are going to transition really well straight over the shoulder for repetition work. Okay, anything like that, guys. So I'm utilizing a load of different CrossFit stuff in my workouts now. Okay, so I'm doing Murphs like 3 times a week. Okay, some people call me crazy that it's too much. 1 Murph is too much for most people, guys. 99% of the population. Okay, but I believe that extra workload is going to benefit me come the end of the day. Okay, so this is something I highly suggest you look into. It's going out and doing high repetition body weight workouts. Okay, with some weighted backpack on, perhaps, or just a weighted vest. Okay, if you haven't got a weighted vest, then the backpack is obviously your only option. Okay, or you could utilize another person and do carries, fireman carries. Squats with a person on your back if you have a training partner, that sort of thing, guys. Right, going to be fantastic at the end of the day, come at the end of the world. Okay, I think that's going to about cover it, guys. If you want training plans, diets, etc., just DM me. Okay, go check out my Facebook page, Dynamite's TNT Total Nutrition and Training, or message me on TikTok, message me on Facebook at Melvin Jeffrey. Okay, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.